Most men think they have a motivation problem. They actually don't. They have an identity problem. They wait to feel like training. They wait to feel like working, and they wait to feel like changing. And because feelings are unstable, their lives become unstable. Strong men don't move based on emotions. They move based on who they believe they are. A soldier doesn't wake up asking himself if he's motivated to train. A craftsman doesn't ask if he is motivated to build. A disciplined man doesn't negotiate with himself every morning about if he's going to train or if he's going to lay in the bed, if he's going to do the work that he doesn't feel like doing, or if he's going to lay in the bed feeling cozy and great. He acts because that's what a disciplined man does, because that's who he sees himself as. He sees himself as someone who takes action. And when you say, I need motivation, what you really mean with that is, I haven't decided yet who I am. Because once identity is clear, action becomes automatic. You don't motivate yourself to brush your teeth. You do it because you're the person who takes care of himself. You don't motivate yourself to show up to work. You do it because you're the man who handles his responsibilities. So, the real question is not, how do I get more motivated? The real question is, who am I becoming right now? Most men avoid this question because it is uncomfortable. It forces you to admit that your current habits aren't perfectly aligned with your current identity. If you train inconsistently, it's because you're still the kind of man who trains inconsistently. If you procrastinate, it's because you still see yourself as someone who escapes effort. And if you quit when things get hard, it's because you still identify as someone who avoids discomfort. And that's really not an insult, that's just clarity. And the clarity is the truth. And here's the brutal truth. Your life will not rise above the image you hold of yourself. If you see yourself as average, you will unconsciously act average. If you see yourself as weak, you will protect your weakness. And if you see yourself as a disciplined guy who does the work when he doesn't feel like doing the work, if you see yourself as the guy who trains when he doesn't feel like training, you will train and you will do the work and you will protect your discipline. Your behavior is just your identity trying to stay consistent. That's why willpower feels exhausting. You're trying to force actions that contradict who you really think you are, and the mind always tries to return to what feels familiar, even if what's familiar is self-sabotage. So, how do you actually change? As I said, you don't change by adding more motivation. You don't change by watching another motivational David Goggins reel or TikTok. You change by upgrading your identity. You stop saying to yourself, I'm trying to get in shape. You start saying, I am the man who works out. I am the man who trains when he doesn't feel like it. I am the man who does 100 push-ups in a day and 200 squats in a day. You stop saying, I'm trying to be disciplined. You start saying, I am a disciplined man who works when he doesn't feel like it. You stop saying, I want to be confident. You start saying, I'm someone who handles discomfort. And at first, it will feel fake. But that's good. That means you're growing beyond your old self. Identity is not something you discover, it's something you choose. And then you reinforce it through action and more action. Every repetition in the park you do, every pull-up you do, is not just building muscle. It's building proof. Proof that you're the kind of man who does hard things. Proof that you're reliable. Proof that you can be trusted by yourself. And once you trust yourself, confidence becomes natural. Not loud confidence, not performative confidence, quiet confidence, the kind that doesn't need validation. This is why bodyweight training is powerful, because it strips away excuses. You don't use machines, you don't have perfect conditions. It's different environment. You're training outside, you're moving your body, you're using gravity, and you're choosing to show up. Every time you show up and every rep you do, it becomes a vote for the man that you're becoming. Not tomorrow, not when life gets easier, now. And as I said, You don't need motivation. You need a standard to refuse to negotiate with, a standard that defines your identity. Because once your identity is strong, your habits follow. And when your habits follow, your life follows. Not because you felt like it, but because that's who you are right now. And if you understand this now, that you don't need motivation, that you need structure, and that you need to change your identity, you already know what's missing. Most men don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they're unorganized. And if you want help with building a system, training, habits, and a structure that actually fits your life, you can reach out to me. I work with small number of men personally. Link is in the description. First link. Follow me on Instagram, send me a message in DM, and I'll build you a plan to achieve your goals that works for you. I won't give you a generic plan. I won't hype you up. I'll tell you immediately if we are able to make something out of it, or if I cannot help you really. So if you're interested in me helping you, as I said, first link in the description, send me a message in DM, and that's it, brother, for this video. I hope this video has helped you. If it did, leave a like, to subscribe to this channel, because my main goal is to help you improve and to become better, stronger, and the best possible man that you can become. So that's it, brother. I'll see you in the next video. Keep your repetitions in.